The doctor's words fell like stones in the silent room. "If he keeps declining like this, Mr. Lockhart, your son won't make it past the month." Everyone looked at the frail boy on the hospital bed. 12-year-old Ethan Lockhart, once full of laughter, now nothing but bones and shadows. His father, a powerful millionaire who could buy almost anything, sat helpless. All his money and not a single answer. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's seen listening. Ethan's sickness had no name. Doctors ran tests, specialists came and went, but the boy kept wasting away. Food made him sick, medicines made him weaker. Every day he looked less alive. That's when Grace Johnson arrived, the new maid. She was different. Quiet, gentle, her dark skin glowing softly under the morning light as she went about her chores. Most of the staff ignored her, but she didn't mind. She noticed things others missed. The untouched breakfast, the trembling hands of a boy who'd stopped believing in tomorrow. One morning, while cleaning Ethan's room, she heard him whisper to no one, "It hurts to eat." Grace's heart broke. She pulled up a chair beside his bed. "You don't have to force yourself," she said softly. "But can I make you something? My mama used to make soup that healed hearts, not just stomachs." Ethan looked at her with dull eyes. "It won't help," she smiled. "Maybe not, but it'll make your day taste a little better." That night, the kitchen filled with the scent of herbs and simmering broth. It wasn't from a cookbook. It was something older, passed down through her family, made with patience and prayer. When Grace brought it to Ethan, he hesitated, then took one sip. For the first time in weeks, he didn't throw up. From that day, Grace became part of Ethan's routine. She didn't just feed him, she talked to him, told him stories about her childhood, about faith and courage, about how her mother used to say that a body listens when the heart feels safe. Slowly, the boy began to smile again. Mr. Lockhart noticed the change but dismissed it. Coincidence, he told himself. A phase. But deep down, even he saw the impossible. His son gaining weight, his laughter returning. Then one evening, the truth began to unfold. Grace entered the kitchen to find the head chef arguing with the butler. "He's not supposed to have any of that food," the butler hissed. "Doctor's orders." Grace froze. The chef stammered, "Sir, I swear, I followed the list." But Grace knew something was wrong. That night she stayed up late, checking every ingredient that went into Ethan's meals, and that ES when she found it, the vitamin supplement, the butler had been slipping into his food, claiming it was prescribed by the doctor. It wasn't medicine, it was poison. Slow, tasteless, deadly. Grace's hands trembled. She realized someone wanted Ethan gone. The next morning she confronted the butler quietly. "Why?" she whispered. His eyes turned cold. "You should have stayed out of it, Maid." He lunged at her, but Grace dodged, grabbing the bottle and running up the stairs. Ethan's father was in his study. She burst in, breathless. "Sir, someone's been poisoning your son." Mr. Lockhart stood up sharply. "What?" Grace placed the bottle on his desk. "This was in his food. Check the label. He's not sick. He's being made sick." Moments later, the butler stormed in, shouting that Grace was lying. But Mr. Lockhart had already called security. The truth came crashing out. The butler had been paid by a rival company to destroy the Lockhart family from within. That night, after the police left, Mr. Lockhart went to his son's room. Ethan was awake, smiling weakly. "Dad, Grace said I'd be okay." Mr. Lockhart turned to her, emotion choking his voice. "You didn't just save my son. You saved me from losing the only thing that matters." Grace wiped a tear and whispered, "He just needed someone to believe he could heal." Weeks turned into months. Ethan recovered completely, stronger than ever. Grace stayed with the family, not as a maid, but as a caregiver and friend. The mansion, once filled with silence, now echoed with laughter and music again. At Ethan's birthday, Mr. Lockhart stood before a crowd of guests and said, "Money can't buy miracles, but kindness can create them." Everyone clapped, everyone but Grace, who simply smiled, her eyes glistening, because she knew this wasn't her miracle. It was Ethan's, because kindness doesn't vanish. It waits, and it finds its way back. And in the quiet moments, when Grace watched Ethan run across the garden, she remembered the night she'd promised him soup that healed hearts. She had kept her promise. If this story touched you, tell me what you think in the comments. And subscribe to Whispered Words for more emotional, life-changing stories that remind us miracles don't always wear wings. Sometimes they wear aprons. CTR line. Because sometimes the richest miracles come from the humblest hearts.